Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel, Pretty Women Pray. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now, and we are going to go ahead and just get started, just jump right into it. Today I want to talk to you about how to fix your credit. Long story short, my credit was kind of jacked up before I was even able to get a credit card, able to do anything with it. Fortunately, I never really had a good start with my credit. Going from there, I went from 18 to I'm 28 now, and I never really saw credit as a big deal. I just thought, well, my credit's messed up and it's never going to get better, and I'm just going to deal with it. Thought that I had all the time in the world to fix my credit. I thought that it was no big deal. I never wanted to try to get credit, and the few times that I did try to get credit, I could never get a credit card. So I would apply and I was like, I can't get a credit card. I knew so little about credit and how to manage it and how to watch your score and how to get in touch with people to fix your credit. So I wanted to share with you guys because I pretty much taught myself how to do it. First thing is first is I decided to take a hold of my life and say, I want good credit. I wanted to buy a newer car, and I wanted to buy a home one day for my kids so that they can have something, I can pass down something to them. So I thought it's time to get serious, and it's time to figure out how do I do this credit thing. So the first thing that I did was I got the Credit Karma app. It's just an app, it's free, you can get it on your phone. Asks you a couple questions, your name, your address, stuff like that. Asks you if you've lived at previous addresses. It asks you for your social security card, your birth date, all that kind of good stuff. It'll pull up your credit. So you'll see the numbers. There'll be TransUnion and Equifax, I believe that's on Credit Karma. Now, this is over a timeline of, I want to say, like a year of me fixing my credit. When I first started, my credit was at like a 520. Okay, guys, didn't have thousands and thousands of dollars. I did have a couple $1,000s of collections on my credit. A couple were smaller and a couple were larger. There's this little icon on there, and her name is Penny, and she'll tell you, it'll actually have like a conversation with you, and it'll tell you what you need to work on first. So there's a lot of info on that app alone. If you just wanted to get on that app and just start searching around, you can find a lot of information on there. Looked at my accounts, and I wrote down all the companies and the amounts that I owed. It'll show you right there. When you click on TransUnion or Equifax with the different numbers of your credit score, it'll show you the company name, how much the company you owe, what the dates, how long they were in your collections for. It'll show you all that good stuff. So I just wrote everything down, and then I decided to start with the smallest bill that I had first. So on the Credit Karma app, there's this little place underneath each time you open up the collections. The actual bill, when you click inside of it, it'll say dispute. So the one thing that I found that was helpful with the smaller bills, at least, dispute those bills. You can say, it'll ask you like multiple choice questions. It'll say you want to dispute this, and then say if it's like from Comcast or something, you can go in, it'll ask you, why do you want to dispute? And it'll have like 4 different options there for you. It literally takes 2 seconds. And guys, creditors don't really want to deal with us sometimes, I feel like, so they'll literally wipe it off of your debt. And when they do that, as soon as the dispute goes through, it usually takes like 3 months. When they do that, your credit score automatically goes up 20 points, 17 points, 6 points even. However many points it is, it'll start going up. So that was really exciting for me because I did that, I think for like 2 of my bills, and they took them off after I disputed them, no questions asked, and my credit score started going up. So that was exciting when that started happening. So after 7 years of a debt being on your credit, it automatically falls off. So I have yet to have that happen. I don't have any collections over 7 years. But I have one right now at 4 years and 5 months, and I'm kind of waiting for the last to open that one. Because once you open it, we'll talk about that specific bill and talk to somebody about it in the collections department, it automatically like starts your time over. They're high dollar amount bills and they're years and years and years, close to 7 years. Do those ones last. If they're smaller bills, you know, $100, maybe even $200, dispute those first, regardless of the amount of years, unless you're like right at 7 years, then it'll fall off anyway. Okay, another option is you can call the actual creditors themselves and you can ask them if they will settle for a smaller amount. So say you have a bill that's $500 and you're like, I don't have $500, maybe I have $300 and I just want to get this bill paid off. That will automatically shoot your credit up as well. So like I said, some creditors, it takes like a month to 3 months to even report to the credit bureau. So then your score will kind of be stuck where it's at until they report. Then when they report, your credit will go up. So option, if you wanted to do that, you can call the creditors. Like I said, keep in mind that when you do call the creditors, your time will start over. So if it's a high bill, I would wait for those for the last. But that is an option. The last thing I wanted to say about the Credit Karma app, once I started talking with a real estate agent and a lender, my lender told me that the Credit Karma app is really, really good, but keep in mind your credit score will be maybe between 10 and 20 points lower than whatever your scores are showing on the Credit Karma app. Consolidation is another option, your loans. So when you consolidate, you basically take all of your debt and you consolidate it into one monthly bill. I have not done that one. I have only researched it. I do know that they will add their own fee, whichever agency you go through to consolidate your debt. They can talk to the debt collectors themselves. They'll talk to them separately and they'll get your payments down more. So they'll try to settle them for you for a smaller amount. So they basically do all the legwork for you. I've never done that one, but it's there if you want to try it, depending maybe if your bills are a little bit higher and just be easier just to do one monthly bill. And then that will report as often as you pay, as long as you're keeping up with the monthly, that will report to. That will take a little bit longer to get your credit score up. My credit score, like I said, I started within 1 year, I started working on my credit, and probably for the first 6 months I made one dispute. I made probably 2 disputes in the first 6 months just because I was like slacking on it. And within the last 6 months of that year, I've really done a lot working on my credit to try to get it up as fast as possible. You definitely want to remain consistent. Don't be like me. Don't be like 6 months in, 6 months off. I'm just gonna, you know, pay this one bill here, one bill here. No, you really, really have to keep positive and really try to remember what you're doing it for. Remember your goal of buying a home, buying a car, having perfect credit, whatever the case may be, whatever your motivation is, keep that in mind. I wanted to give you guys this little tidbit. Say I never had a credit card. I was never able to get a credit card. They always wanted me to do, you know, like at the bank where you put the money on the card, preloaded credit cards, or you can apply for one online. So when I started doing Credit Karma, when I started getting more into it, they had an option there for that. And so I was reading and it was just saying, you know, all the reviews on the credit cards and things like that. And I told myself, okay, I need a credit card because I know that's a really fast way to build your credit, but I could never get a credit card. So I said, I'm going to do the lowest amount, which for me was $200. I saved $200 up and I went and got myself one of those preloaded credit cards. And that honestly really, really, really has helped me build my credit. So basically my credit limit is $200 that I put in myself, and every month all I use my credit card for is for gas. That is it. Maybe McDonald's or something once in a while. As long I keep my limit under 30% every month, and my minimum is $25 a month. So it's really not that pricey. And in my mind, I guess I was thinking like, if I do this, it's gonna be so much, you know, I didn't know there was smaller options. I didn't know you could do only $200 on a preloaded card like that. I thought you had to do $500 because that was what they were telling me at my bank that I was at this specific time. Until I just started doing more research and I was like, well, I can afford $200. Take that leap of faith Another little side note is places like Love's Furniture. I don't know if American Furniture does this. I think they do. I bought a new bedroom set from Love's Furniture. It was $800 if I paid it off before the 90 days. I paid about $400 of like monthly payments, and then I paid the other 400 and something off just at one time. So when I went ahead and paid it off, they reported to the credit bureau and my credit score went super high. Like, it was really a big help. Love's Furniture, thank you. And I plan on going to get some more furniture so I can have things constantly working on my credit to bump it up. When I first started my credit journey, I was at like 530 something, pretty much around that for both of, you know, the credit bureaus. And now I am at a 700 credit score. Woo! And I will be buying a house hopefully before the end of the summer. My credit is pretty good, so I'm pretty excited about that. And that was in 1 year, and half the year I was slacking off. So if I can do it, you guys can do it. Don't give up. I know it sucks, it's hard, especially when you started out on the bottom of the totem pole, but you can reach your credit goals and it'll only be a benefit to you. Do not be like me. Do not say, oh, I just rather pay everything with cash. And I do always have like a cash savings, but you definitely want to have that credit because that's going to be with you forever. And also with my children, they're of age, I probably will help them with their credit, buy some furniture or something underneath their name, and, you know, help them grow that. So I think that's part of just being a parent, and that's part of being wise and teaching your kids, you know, this is how we build credit. Nobody taught me, so I just wanted to share that with you guys because maybe somebody out there is like me and maybe nobody taught you either. So that's what I would do. Definitely get that app, get the Credit Karma app. Don't sleep on those credit cards. Even if you have to put money on yourself, do it right away. Do the lowest amount limit and your credit score will start to go up little by little. Start with the smallest amount first. Dispute. That's what I would say. That was honestly like my trick to get rid of a lot of my debt, because most of my debts were smaller anyways. And like I said, right now I think I just have one more bill that's on my credit, and then all my debts will be paid off. So that's amazing to me. I'm super thrilled about that. And like I said, any opportunity that you can, if you can afford it, maybe just one at a time. But I would say, or a credit card and then one like a bed or a piece of furniture or something, if you could do that. Those two, as long as you can keep up with them, as long as your finances are okay for that, then do that, and that will build your credit. That is all I wanted to share with you guys. I'm praying for you guys. I'm praying for your credit journey. I'm hoping that you guys can stay motivated and keep each other motivated. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share, hit the like button, all that good stuff. You guys, I hope you have a great day. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.